Hey, what's up? Alex here, and I made an announcement that my surgery was coming up, and incidentally I have a lot of videos that I need to make because there's a lot going on in my mind. So, there you go. Originally my date was scheduled for October 11th, but I've since changed it to October 18th, and I feel a lot better about that. It feels heaps more manageable, so that's nice, because I was just feeling overwhelmed and kind of rushed, and it's just crazy how 1 week makes things feel more manageable, but they do, and I feel good about that. So yeah, the surgery date has changed, but what I really wanted to talk about was the process of having surgery before testosterone. And I know not everyone's transition involves testosterone. Mine certainly does, and it's not coming at the time frame that I would prefer. Truth is, I would have started T 3-4 months ago if I could have, and still get my surgery paid for. But it was an opportunity cost that I took, and there's some things that I have to reconcile as a result of going about it through this process. So the thing is with T is, not only are you living, I live as male, right? I work as male. My coworkers, I work as male. With my clients, I don't. But that's okay, because it's all voice. It's all dependent upon my voice, and so that's going to change as well. But I'm not perceived as male, and so when I tell someone that I'm going to have gender reassignment surgery, but they don't see the male in me, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard for me, and it's hard for them. And I see that with, like, my dad, right? So I have a friend who went up to the U and had surgery with the surgeon I'm going to, Corey Agarwal, and his folks have been incredibly supportive. And I was totally on this pity pot. Oh, poor me. My dad is not going to be nearly as supportive as my friend's mom was, or, that kind of thing. So I went to this place of, like, pity for myself, and then I realized I'm not really seeing the big picture here. My friend's parents have seen their son, their child, become their son, right? Like, he's been on T for 2.5 years. The next natural step in his transition is top surgery. Like, there's no question that he needs it. He lives as male, and he has boobs. Like, he needs the surgery, and it's not this radical thing that he's doing. But for me, I'm not perceived as male. And I live as male, but that doesn't really mean, it doesn't mean people are able to recognize me as male, right? So testosterone affords a lot of luxuries when it comes to properly identifying someone in their gender identity, and it's terrifying, having surgery before testosterone, and not being read as male, but also not having boobs, right? Like, this really ambiguous gray space, and I just don't see this mirrored. I don't hear this story. I don't know of a single YouTuber. I know of one YouTuber, Freshly Charles, had his surgery before he started T, right? That's the only person I know on YouTube land, unless you guys know of someone who's gone through this route, because it's a different process. And it's a big picture process. I know that. I see that. I'm a big picture thinker. But it's also just scary. It is. And, I have a friend here who, he had surgery and he has no intention on taking testosterone. And that was, I'm really lucky to have that person in my life. He's super supportive and kind and insightful. But it's just not a common experience. And the thing that I lose with it not being a common experience is that, I guess, being understood, or having an example, or seeing that what my emotional process is completely understandable or normal. I don't want to say normal because that just puts this whole negative connotation on it, but I'm reluctant to express my concerns with surgery, especially on YouTube, because normally I just hear, like, I'm having surgery, and that's awesome. Yay, you're having surgery. But there's an element of terror and I don't see on YouTube. And so I'm just going to be embarrassingly honest. I'm terrified. I'm terrified. Not that I'm making the wrong decision, but anyway, it's just a lot of things I've been thinking about. Okay, see you guys.